Namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudhirai nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā bhagavati uttama-shloke bhaktir bhavati nishtaki durlabhamanasho deho dehinam shanabhangurai yatrapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priyadarshinaha Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Apta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, dear worshipable devotees, thank you so much for your wonderful association to read here Srimad-Bhāgavatam, the essence of all holy scriptures. What could be a better thing in life, especially on the day of Ekadashi, which is today? Hearing Bhagavatam has unlimited times more spiritual value. So we'll get started. We are reading Canto 10, Chapter 6, the killing of demon Putna. So far, what has happened? Putna is dead. Her body is very big, miles long. And the Gopis, they rescue Krishna from top of Putna's body. And they start doing Shuddhi or Mangala. The first thing they do is they move around the cow's tail to give protection to Lord Hari or Krishna. He gives protection to everyone, but the devotees give protection to the Lord. This is Vrindavan. This is the bhav of a devotee, that my Lord is hungry, my Lord needs protection, my Lord, my child, my master, my friend, my brother. I need to protect him. I need to serve him. I need to care for him. Not think, no, he's the Lord. What can I do for him? He does for everyone. What can I do for him? I cannot do anything. No, he likes to take a lower position. He likes that more. So we will continue with the next verse, which is text number 20. Gomutrena snapayitva punargo rajasar arbhakam raksham chakruscha shakrita dwadash angeshu nam abhi. Translation by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanaravind, Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai. The child was thoroughly washed with cow urine and then smeared with dust raised by the movements of the cows. Then different names of the Lord were applied with cow dung on 12 different parts of his body, beginning with forehead, as done in applying tilak. In this way, the child was given protection. Hare Krishna. So, here we see how the Gopis are protecting Krishna by bathing him with cow dung cow urine. So cow urine is very, very sacred. It's not just the urine of an ordinary animal. It's very, very sacred. And first they bathe the Lord with that. And then what happened? They smeared with the dust raised by the movements of the cows, called Godhuli. Especially when the cows come back after grazing in the time around the evening Sandhya. This is called the Godhuli Muhurat. Like the transition of the day, from the day to night. It's the evening time. The cows come, and typically there's a cloud of dust generated by the hoofs of the cows, which is very auspicious again, because this is Vrindavan dust. Mukti kahe Gopal se meri mukti batao, vraj raj mathe lake mukti mukt ho jaye. Mukti is saying, Mukti Devi is saying to Gopal, Meri mukti batao, I am liberating everyone, how can I be delivered or liberated? Vraj raj, the dust of Rajas or Vrindavan's dust, mathe lage, when it touches the forehead, mukti mukta, even mukti is delivered. And then they are beautifully putting the tilak on the different parts of Krishna's body, which Prabhupada is mentioning, that we should also do. Actually, all devotees must do it. This is very important. And at every tilak, there is a mantra which everyone should try to learn also. So start with the forehead as mentioned here. Om Keshavaya Namaha. We put the tilak. Om Keshavaya Madhavaya, near the belly button. Govindaya Keshavaya, Narayana, Keshavaya, Narayana, Madhavaya, and then Govinda at the neck. Then on the side belly is Vishnave Namaha, right side belly. On the left side is so basically this person, right? This is right side for this person, but it appears to be our left. So right side is Vishnave and left side is Vamanaya Namaha. On the right arm is here, right arm Madhusudanaya, right arm bottom, Trivikramaya, right upper near the shoulder. On the left we have Sridharaya and Keshavaya, Rishikeshaya, sorry. Sridharaya Namaha, Rishikeshaya Namaha. And on the back we have Padmanabhaya here, and Damodar near the belly, Udar, I can remember, and Padmanabhaya at the back. So we should all, these are the 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Everyone knows? Who all know these mantras?
We do apply every day, Prabhu.
How about Sudhir Prabhu?
I do, Prabhuji.
You know the mantras? That's nice.
Yes.
Every Prabhuji, in the morning, we put like water and then chant the mantras. Actually, Manjulali Mataji sent me that mantras like last year. So from then on, I'm doing that.
Very nice. Others can also try, please. And it's not that difficult. It's basically the real protection happens by chanting Lord's name. The real cleansing happens by chanting Lord's name. Om apavitra pavitro va sarva avastham gatopi va yah smaret pundarikaksham sa bhaya antara shuchi. When we are chanting these names of Lord, Keshavaya Namah, Madhavaya Namah, Narayana Namah, Madhavaya, Govindaya Namah, Vishnave Namah, Vamanaya Namah, Sridharaya Namah, Rishikeshaya Namah, Madhusudanaya Namah, Trivikramaya Namah, Damodaraya Namah, Padmanabhaya Namah. By remembering, we are thinking about Krishna. When by remembering, we are asking for protection. And this is the real ornament for a devotee. The Vaishnava Tilak is the ornament of a devotee. Even Lord Krishna is applying. The mothers are applying to him to give him protection. So chanting the Lord's name, applying Vaishnava Tilak, which is basically the dust of Krishna's lotus feet, is Gopi Chandan, the dust of the Gopis' feet, is certainly very, very powerful.
Prabhuji, senior devotee said that we make our body the temple in this way. Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Very nice. We make our body a temple. Yeah, we decorate the temple. So, in short, they're asking, they're praying for the safety of the Lord. That's the mood. So let's read the next verse. Those who didn't get chance yesterday, can we maybe text 21? Yes, Deepti Mataji, we can read.
Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees. Gopiya samspishta salila angeshu karaya prithak Niyasyatmani atha balasya bijanyasam apurvatam. Translation by His Divine Grace, Prabhupada Vijay. The Gopis first executed the process of achaman, drinking a sip of water from the right hand. They purified their bodies and hands with the Nyas mantra and then applied the same mantra upon the body of the child. Purport. Nyas mantra includes achaman, or first drinking of a sip of water kept in the right hand. There are different Vishnu mantras to purify the body. The Gopis, and in fact any householders, knew the process for being purified by chanting Vedic hymns. The Gopis executed this process first to purify themselves and then to purify the child Krishna. One executes a process of anganyas and karanyas simply by drinking a little sip of water and chanting the mantra. The mantra is preceded with the first letter of the name followed by anuswara. By anuswara and the word namaha. Om Namah Tavangri Avyat Ma Manu Mani Manasya Mani Mamats Tava Januni Avyat, and so on. By losing Indian culture, Indian householders have forgotten how to execute the anganyas and are simply busy in sense gratification without any advanced knowledge of human civilization. Back to you, Prabhuji. It is only about how to put the tilak and
Okay, your thoughts, Mataji?
yes, this is only the process of how to purify our body by applying the tilak and all and saying the mantras, which I don't know. The mantras I don't know. These mantras I don't know the 12 parts when I apply, but when I do every day. But this part, even I don't know this mantra. And I think that even in the modern civilization, everyone has forgotten it. Maybe you can add Prabhuji. I don't know this mantra. Thank you.
Thank you. As we discussed, the real purification, the real protection happens by chanting the names of Lord Hari. So the different names of Lord Hari, and which the come in the previous, in the next following verses, which they chanted. Like, may Lord protect your thighs, may Lord protect different parts of the body, may Lord protect your shoulders, may Lord protect your eyes. Like that, Anganyasa. First they did Achman, that's a very important point. Even the Gopis know. So So we should see that here again and again this theme is coming, that protection happens through the holy names. The holy names are the real protector. That doesn't mean that we have to be reckless and careless and go into I will chant the holy name and jump off the bridge. That's not the point. But life is so uncertain. Every day, we go out. Do we know what's going to happen? We don't know. Every kamala dala jala jivan mukta. So therefore, we should also chant the holy name sincerely, the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra primarily, so that the Lord always protects us. Of course, we're not asking the Lord to do something for us. In the chanting, the mood is what we can do for the Lord and the devotees. But nonetheless, where will a child go? Ultimately, to his father, to his parents. So if we have to ask for something for protection, O Lord Nourishing Dev, please protect us. It's absolutely fine. So the different conveniences. Let's see the next verse. Text 22, 23 together. Yes. Maswati Mataji, you want to read?
Dhanyavad Pranam, Prabhuji, Dhanyavad Pranam everyone. Always to Srila Prabhupada. Text 23. Avyad ajon krihi manimam stava janava atharu yagno chutaha katitatam jatharam hayasyaha ritakeshavastvat ura isha inastu kantham Vishnur bhujam mukham urukrama iswarakam chakri agrata sahagado harir astu pashat tvat tat parsvayor danur asi madhu hajanascha koneshu sankha urugaya upari upendras tarksayas Shitav haladhara purusha samantat. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Shukadeva Goswami informed Maharaja Parikshit that the Gopis, following the proper system, protected Krishna, their child, with this mantra. May Aja protect your legs. May Maniman protect your knees. Yagna your thighs. Achyuta the upper part of your waist. And Hayagriva your abdomen. May Keshava protect your heart. Isha your chest. The sun god your neck. Vishnu your arms. Urukrama your face. And Ishvara your head. May Chakri protect you from the front. May Sri Hari Gadadhari, the carrier of the club, protect you from the back. And may the carrier of the bow, who is known as the enemy of Madhu, and Lord Ajana, the carrier of the sword, protect your two sides. May Lord Urugaya, the carrier of the conch shell, protect you from all corners. May Upendra protect you from above. May Garura protect you on the ground. And may Lord Haladhara, the Supreme Person, protect you on all sides. Purport. Even in the houses of the cultivators who were not very advanced in the modern ways of civilization, the ladies used to know how to chant mantras to give protection to children with the help of cow dung and cow urine. This was a simple and practical way to give the greatest protection from the greatest dangers. People should know how to do this, for this is a part of Vedic civilization. So here, Shukadev Goswami is telling Maharaj Parikshit how the Gopis are protecting Lord Krishna with different mantras and with different names of different demigods, maybe. And are those demigods, Prabhuji, who are protecting?
These are all names of Krishna.
Oh, Gada, okay. Gadadhari, oh, Gadadhari, okay. All the names of Lord Krishna, okay, are actually protecting Lord Krishna too. Like here, that way Gopis are taking the different names of Lord Krishna who are protecting him. And here also, say Prabhupada in the part 4, Prabhupada is telling about the importance of cow dung and cow urine, and how important those are for, and it's coming from, came from the Vedic civilization, like long time ago, like when Krishna was in the earth, from then on. So back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mataji. Yes, so as you mentioned, the Anganyasa, and Prabhupada is mentioning all should know, people should know how to do this. Chanting the holy names to protect the child, to protect their dear ones. This is real protection from the greatest dangers. This is real protection, Prabhupada is writing. Practical way. Some people say, hey, Baba, what is the practical? This is the real practical. Some people say bhakti is not practical. Bhakti is the most practical thing. Simple and practical. Just by chanting the mantras. Easy, simple, anyone can do it. Even the Prabhupada is saying that even the ordinary ladies used to know this. Nowadays, 0.00001% of the population will also not know this. What to speak of simple people. Because everyone knows what's a new Bollywood movie. Everyone knows what's a new Hollywood movie. Everyone knows what's going on in the world. Everyone knows about cricket or baseball or basketball or whichever country, whichever favorite game. But Bhakti, Krishna's name, there is no time for that. And therefore, people are suffering, right? Because of the real protection is missing. So-called protection will not help. So that's one point, and like this is simple and practical way. So we should always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. This is the most simple and the practical way.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes. Devaki Mataji. Prabhuji, usually I put a tilak when I'm in a hurry, but when I feel sick, I quickly go and put my 12, apply my 12 parts of the body, and I really feel better, when I feel sick. When I forget, sometimes I just put a tilak in the morning, but then when I feel weak and sad, I say, no, I have to apply the tilak. So I quickly put them all together, all under 12 parts, chanting my mantra. This is my experience, Prabhu. Thank you.
Yeah, Mataji has given 5-star review for this. So, Pratyaksha-vagamam, very direct, can be perceived direct. Bhakti is Pratyaksha-vagamam dharmyam susukham kartumam. It can be directly perceived as Mataji. We didn't coordinate this, okay? I didn't say Mataji, when we read about this, you have to tell, you have to give your testimonial. I didn't say it to her. So,
it's true, Prabhu.
Yes, absolutely. Bhakti is very true and practical. So we must also try our best. Okay. Let's read the next one. Yes. Sudhir Prabhu, you want to read? Okay, Lakshay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Indriyani Rishikesha Pranan Narayano Avatu Sweta Vipa Patishchitam Mano Yogeshwaro Avatu. Translation: May Hrishikesha protect your senses, and Narayana your life air. May the master of Shveta Vipa protect the core of your heart, and may Lord Yogeshwara protect your mind. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guru. Very straightforward here. Different names of Lord Krishna. And we may see sometimes, they may pray to other demigods like sun god, etc. But devotees are always seeing Krishna in everyone. Now that does not mean everything is Krishna. It's a very important difference. I was hearing a class by His Swami Maharaj today. He was mentioning that they were given deities at New Vrindavan, and everyone made them very scared, fearful. If you make an offense towards worshipping deities, and you'll fall down and you'll be finished. Extremes. you'll be gone if you make any single offense. They were nervous, and of course, I'd say, well, then I don't want to do. I mean, they were new at that time, because I make a lot of offenses out of humility, and I don't know what to do. And then they asked Prabhupada what to do. So Prabhupada gave some instructions that, because everyone had told that worship the Shaligram by putting, bathing it nicely, throws water, Gangajal, put nice tulasi, put nice tilak, and turban. Prabhupada said, give a flute. And then Maharaj was surprised, because no one mentioned about flute, because we don't give flute to Vishnu. But and then he was reflecting that Prabhupada is seeing Krishna in every aspect of life, in every form of the Lord, in every incarnation he's seeing Krishna. That's pure love of Srila Prabhupada towards Lord Krishna. So just had to share that point, that they may be sometimes praying to like attain, sun god, etc. But the whole point is Krishna consciousness, pure and loving. Ms. Vanjalali, you want to read next verse?
Hare Krishna, thank you. Please accept my humble obeisances. Prishni garbhastu te buddhim atmanam bhagavan para kridantam patu govinda shayanam patu madhava rajantam avyad vaikuntha asinam tvam shriyapati bhunjanam yagya bhukpatu sarvagraha bhayankara. Translation. May Lord Prishni-garbha protect your intelligence and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, your soul. While you're playing, may Govinda protect you, and while you're sleeping, may Madhav protect you. May Lord Vaikuntha protect you while you're walking, and may Lord Narayan, the husband of the goddess of fortune, protect you while you're sitting. Similarly, may Lord Yagyabhuk, the fearful enemy of all evil planets, always protect you while you enjoy life. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So all these different bodily parts, including the mind, we read like mind can be sometimes very crazy. Right? Can make heaven out of hell and hell out of heaven. I was talking to one devotee, and mentioning that mind is so many mental disorders and depression and stuff like that. There are more of those these days. One person is having to such a great extent that Sometimes, he takes a violent form and then starts to attack his own family. He gets like this mental attacks. Sometimes it takes this form. Sometimes, starts abruptly laughing, and sometimes abruptly crying. So mind is very same with the heart, right? It's working day and night, 24/7 duty, no rest. If it rests, then the person goes to rest, right? Prishni-garbha, interesting. Krishna said, I am Prishni-garbha to Devaki in the jail, right? But now here, they are not cognizant of all that. They are not thinking this child is Prishni-garbha, his last life, this is Krishna, this is Ananta, this is Lord of Vaikuntha. They are thinking this ordinary child, our little Kana, our little Lala, our little baby. He needs to be protected. And all these are they are eternal associates to the Lord, they're great devotees. Therefore, they are asking me, protect your intelligence, protect your mind. Death can come at any moment. It can come walking, it can come sitting, it can come sleeping. Some people don't get up. Some people may be sitting and they get a heart attack in the office and dead. Some people may be walking on the road and suddenly a car comes, a truck comes and then gone. Right? Like day before I was mentioning a child, 2-year-old brother, 4-year-old sister, they had a gun. The child didn't know what is that. They press the trigger, accident, unknown. The 2-year-old does not know what's right, what's wrong. For him, it's just a piece of something. And the girl, little 4-year-old, was dead. It was a real story, just happened last week. So ultimately, we need the protection of Lord at every moment. Because Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala, like a drop of water on the lotus petal, is very flimsy. It's very chanchala. It can, life can go any moment. Therefore, every moment we need protection of the Lord. And that's what the Gopis are doing by chanting different mantras. Okay, 27 and 9. Sudhir Prabhu, interview.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Was the one that you said, son?
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji.
Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandat Pranam. Hare Krishna devotees. Dandat Pranam. 27 to 29. Dhakinyo yatha yato danyascha kusmendaye arbakhagraha bhuta preta pisasascha yaksharaksho vinayaka kotara revati jesta putana markandeya unmeda yehi apasmara deha pranendriya dura swapna drasta mahotpata vriddhabala grahascha ye sarve nasyantu te vishnor nama grahana bhirava. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The evil witches known as Dakinis, Yatudnis, and Kusumedas are the greatest enemies of children. And the evil spirits like Bhutas, Pretas, Pisachas, Yakshas, Rakshasas, and Vinayakas, as well as witches like Katora, Revati, Jesta, Putana, Markata are always ready to give trouble to the body, the life air, and the senses, causing loss of memory, madness, and bad dreams. Like the most experienced evil stars, They all create great disturbances, especially for children. But one can vanquish them simply by uttering Lord Vishnu's name. For when Lord Vishnu's name resounds, all of them become afraid and go away. Purport. As stated in Brahma Samhita, Advaitamachyutamanadimanantarupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayavvanam cha Vedeshu Durlabhamadurlabhamatma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead Govinda, who is the original person, non-dual, infallible, and without beginning. Although he expands onto unlimited forms, he is still the original, and although he is the oldest person, he always appears as a fresh youth. Such eternal, blissful, and all-knowing forms of the Lord cannot be understood by the academic wisdom of Vedas, but they are always manifest to pure, unalloyed devotees. While decorating the body with tilaka, we give protection to the body by chanting 12 names of Vishnu. Although Govinda, or Lord Vishnu, is one, he has different names and forms with which to act differently. But if one cannot remember all the names at one time, one may simply chant Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, and always think of Lord Vishnu. Vishnor Aradhana Parama. This is the highest form of worship. If one remembers Vishnu always, even though one is disturbed by many bad elements, one can be protected without a doubt. The Ayurveda Shastra recommends Asadi Chintayat Vishnam. Even while taking medicine, one should remember Vishnu, because the medicine is not all, and Lord Vishnu is the real protector. The material world is full of danger. Padam padam yat vipadam. Therefore, one must become a Vaishnava and think of Vishnu constantly. This is made easier by chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra. Therefore, Śrī Caitanya Mahāprabhu has recommended Kirtaniya Sada Hari Paramam Vijayate Śrī Krishna Sankirtanam and Kirtanad Eva Krishnaya Mukta Sangha Param Vrajet. Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhuji, wonderful verse here. So, Srila Prabhupada explaining how, Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is infallible, is Achyutam, and he always protects his devotees, even though he comes in various forms, but he comes only for the protection of his devotees. And as you very nicely mentioned about how to put tilaka and all, so here Prabhupada is stating the same thing. While chanting the 12 names of Vishnu, we put the tilak. And even though we cannot remember everything, just by chanting the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare, like Vishnu, Vishnu, everything. Even while taking the medicine itself will not have the full power. But while chanting Lord Vishnu's name, it will give even the full protection. So as we know that even like in Damodar Leela also, always two fingers. So one is our endeavor, and then the second is Krishna's mercy. Without this, even nothing can protect us. So Prabhupada also explained in a translation that there are different kinds of witches and Rakshasas, all these. But just by chanting the Lord Vishnu's name, Krishna's name, everything will vanquish, and they will run away. In fact, so that's the power of Prabhupada. Please add Hare Kṛṣṇa then the prayer.
Krishna, thank you so much, Prabhuji. It reminds me of text number 3 of this chapter. Bhakti removes all dangers. Na yatra shravanadini rakshoghnani swakarmashu kurvanti satvatam bhratur yatu dhanyascha tatrahi. wherever people, my dear king, Shukadeva Goswami speaking, my dear king to Parikshit Maharaj, wherever people in any position perform their occupational duties of devotional service by chanting, hearing, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, etc., there cannot be any danger of bad elements like Rakshasas and Dakinis and Yatudhanis. These are different, very, very dangerous types of witches. Maharaj was mentioning that some can just call out a name and the child will be, pulled by their magical powers and they will eat the child. So ferocious, so powerful witches. Even there's an episode of ghost haunted homes, etc. This is not something fictitious. This is real stuff. Even the story of Madhvacharya, the drama, you may have seen that even the ghosts are delivered by chanting the names of Hari. And there have been, we're not talking about 1,000 years back this happened, or 5,000 years. This is happening even this day. When Gaur-Gopal Prabhu has shared his experience with the ghosts. Even so many people, Srila Prabhupada said, Manjali is sharing, Srila Prabhupada said, I'm ghost proof. Ghosts cannot attack. Because one who has Krishna, ghost is like darkness. Yaha Krishna taha nahi maya adhikar. Krishna is like sun. Ghost is darkness. Rather, the ghost will be delivered and get a favorable body by having a Gyat Sukruti, by just seeing the Vaishnava or hearing that holy name. So therefore, we should loudly chant holy name. Therefore, we should loudly do Nagar Sankirtan. Should spread this transcendental sound vibration because so many species are there, birds, insects, ghosts also around. They will also get a higher, better body by hearing this transcendental divine vibration. And they will not trouble. They cannot touch. It's like this is the real vaccination, right? These people talk a lot about vaccination. Everyone knows about vaccination, but this is real vaccination to immunize ourselves from the infections, from the bad elements, from the ghost, pishacha, dakini, etc., or from any accidental death, etc. While traveling, while sitting, while standing, anything can happen any moment. But Krishna consciousness, that does not mean that Krishna conscious person will not die. That means he will not take a lower form. So, it's a beautiful verse again. The holy name. Krishna, 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 Hey. Krishna, 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 Rakshama. Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Pahima. Like that, Lord Chaitanya also used to sing this beautiful small couplet. Okay, I think we're already the time is there. So maybe now the Shukadeva Goswami is changing the gears here. So any comments? So right now what's happening? Just to kind of pause. They're doing Nyas Shuddhi. They're doing purification through cow, through gobar, through cow urine, through different mantras, different tantras, mudras, everything to protect Krishna, their beloved, their life and soul. So any comments anyone has?
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Prabhuji. So we see, as you mentioned, like even in Bhagavad Gita, every chapter has one story in the, I think, Padma Purana, when Lord Shiva is telling, and I was reading actually. So in every story, like there is a demon who gets purified. And even like whoever has been cursed also, like Vritrasura, and even like, so many like that, they get purified. And I was also thinking, even Haridas Thakur, who came to harm, she came to harm, but she got purified. Thank you, Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Very nice. And also doing these Shraddha ceremonies and Pindadan, etc., which Lord Chaitanya did, which Lord Ram did. If any of the ancestors are in the ghostly body or any body or no body, then they will also get a higher destination and spiritual benefit. That's also very scientific as per our scriptures. And a very important point, Oshadhi Chintayet Vishnu. Now, we may not be following Ayurveda typically, but whatever, sometimes we may have to take medicine for sometimes minor things or sometimes bigger things. We should remember Krishna also at the time, as Prabhupada is directly mentioning. Even while taking medicine, one should remember Vishnu or Krishna, because then only it will act. Then only it will act. Because ultimately, Krishna is the cause of all causes. If we have faith in Lord Vishnu or Krishna, then only it will rightly work. Very, very scientific. So-called modern people may not like it or not believe it, but we are not trying to imitate them. We want to follow what Prabhupada is mentioning. So we must try to remember. The goal is to always remember Krishna. And these are different ways we can remember Krishna. That get out of the home, remember Krishna. Come back to home, remember Krishna. Take medicine, remember Krishna. Take prasadam, remember Krishna. Wash your hands, remember Krishna. Take your bath, remember Krishna. Do your brushing, remember Krishna. Do your chanting, of course, remember Krishna. Doing your deity worship, remember Krishna. Meeting a friend, meeting a devotee, remember Krishna. This is also. Talk about Krishna, right? Share Krishna consciousness, book distribution. Yenekena prakarena mana Krishna niveshi. Somehow or the other, by hook or crook, remember Krishna. Then life is perfect. Hare Kṛṣṇa. Kantraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam Purāṇa ki Jai, Śrī Prabhupada ki Jai, Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindubhya Vacha Patanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo. Thank you. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.